Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to northwestern Spain, the birthplace of the Emperor Theodosius the Great. And in the game, it looks like the Western Romans are having a lot of trouble. Not only are there breakaway factions like Hispania, but they also have to deal with a ton of Western Roman rebels. I checked earlier, and the entire Britannia province has been conquered by different tribes and rebels. Regardless, I am Marcus Aurelius, and this is Total War Attila, the Eastern Roman Empire, and history. So let's get back over to our lands. Our Emperor Arcadius, who survived that very difficult battle, is now in Sirmium, and he is replenishing his troops quite quickly. So that's good. He didn't lose much. He lost 1 unit of Scout Equites and maybe 1 unit of Legio, but I don't think he did. I think the Scout Equites actually were all he lost. Well, he must have lost something else. The Quadians are still around, but they are severely wounded. But I'm not going to pursue them because their lands lie past the lands of the Ostrogoths, the 2 cities of the Ostrogoths, and they're way up here and here. So that's far away from my general sphere of influence. I am trying as best I can to preserve the Western Roman coastal cities now that Aquileia has been lost to Illyria. So there's no way for us to trade with the Western Romans, with the exception of conquering Genoa back from the Western Roman separatists, which is what Flavius... I'm not good at this guy's name. Eutychianus's army is doing, although it's probably going to take him a while to get up here. I'm going to actually set him to forced march. It'll put us at a bit of a disadvantage in case the Roxolanians decide to attack us, but we'll see what happens. Constantinople, he's here recruiting troops. And it was actually asked of me recently. So it looks like we have not updated the rally field to the infantry grounds. And what that would do is that would give us the ability to unlock the Protectores Domestici, who were pretty much instrumental in winning that last battle for us. They were the protecting guardians of Arcadius, and we do not have the capacity right now to recruit them as individual units. And it might be a good idea for us to try to do that. So before we end the turn, let's just look around and see if there's any place that we can spend our money usefully. Bithynia seems like a good idea. I can develop land both here and here. Bithynia has a rally field, which is completely unnecessary. I'm actually going to get rid of that. And here, we'll build local industry. Interesting, I can't build a rally field. It says I have insufficient funds. Oh, I must, yeah, that's funds, not income. I understand. Not that I would build one, I just wanted to see why I couldn't. The industry is good, at least the first level of it, because it gives you wealth, but no negatives. And then if you want to take it down the tree, you get negatives, but you can make the choice to do that. And in general, the positives outweigh the negatives.
Ever in service to Rome.
And I think everyone has moved. Yeah, Rufinus is just hanging out here. Maybe we can have him take a short trip. This guy is our cavalry recruiter. 886. Can we afford? We can. And you see this little horseshoe here. They get increased speed because of horse breeding. So, I mentioned, I believe, in an earlier episode that I prefer melee cavalry to shot cavalry because the shot cavalry is great on the charge, but after that, they basically get mowed down. And in this game, you've noticed that to disengage from battle is generally a fatal enterprise. So it's best to have cavalry, in my opinion, that can stand and fight. So we're going to get some Equites Dalmatae. Alright. You're the Constantinople guy. We're just going to have you walk around a bit just to not get the procrastinator trait. And we're good. So let's end the turn. Alright, so Theodosius I was born in 347 and he died in 395 at the age of 48. He was born, as we said at the beginning of this episode, in Spain, and he was called upon by the Western Emperor Gratian to take over the armies of the East, the shattered and demoralized armies of the East, after Valens was defeated at the Battle of Adrianople. Before this happened, however, his life was in a bit of a rough patch. He was the Dukes of Moesia on the Danube, and his father was a very influential military officer, a high-ranked military officer. However, something happens, we don't know what exactly, and in 374 his father is executed. And so Theodosius abruptly resigns his position and retires to his family farms to live the life of a provincial aristocrat, away from danger, one suspects. However, after the death of Valentinian in the west, the western half of the empire becomes a little chaotic, and Valentinian's sons, Gratian and Valentinian II, take over for him, and then a few years later in 378, Valens dies. And so the new emperors, Gratian and Valentinian II, need all the help they can get, and they ask Theodosius to take over the eastern armies, which in essence makes him co-Augustus of the East. Okay, so the Axumites have decided to take the battle to us. And so not only do we have our own troops, but we also have some Marines, but it looks like there's no one here. Yeah, there's 24 people spread out over, that's kind of worthless. So basically we just have our army. On the other hand, we have their main army and a second army, which is a lot bigger. They have a lot of missile troops, and they have some legionary defectors, camel warriors. This is going to be very interesting. But the fact that they attacked us in the city, we're outside of the city, yes. Uh-oh. Now this makes a big difference, because in the city we can easily corner them. But outside the city we have no cavalry, and they have a lot of cavalry. Okay, so the problem here basically is that we can stop their cavalry with the use of our spears, but their archers are going to have no one on our side to run them down. We have one unit of scout equites. So I think in this case, though I could probably win this battle, discretion is the better part of valor, and we're going to retreat to the town.
Regroup and fall back.
Or we won't, apparently. We're going to go out to the ocean. Still, though, that was for the best, because now we can move into the city next turn. And our allies are helping us. Yes, finally! Finally they are. Oh my goodness. Okay. They're investing. Oh, I don't care about that. And they're blockading the port. Again, I don't care about that either. Measles. Guess they didn't get their vaccinations. And so now the Arian Christians are going to provide a negative to public order, which is something we should definitely take a look at. Not here, though. There we go. Alright, is one of these public order? Okay, so Bithynia is very unhappy, as is Syracuse. We have won over the populace of Sirmium. They like us. So things are pretty good everywhere except for Bithynia and Cappadocia, and Cilicia is a little upset. Cappadocia is getting better, though, because of our priest, and Bithynia is also getting better. So everywhere, things are getting better. So that's something good to say. All right.
Words are yours.
Yep, will you continue spreading the faith here?
My journey begins.
I'd appreciate that. You, on the other hand, sir, let's move up here and make these people happy this turn. Excellent. Rufinus is still improving his navy. I'm going to enlarge the navy at some point, just not right now. Arcadius, let's just go for a short walk. It's not the winter time, so it's not going to hurt anyone. But we definitely need you in Sirmium, although the public order is at 100%. If he leaves the city, it drops automatically. Okay, and here we are here. Now the question is, should we engage the one army by themselves, or should we just go into the city? If we engage the army, the navy might help with the marines. The city's a mess. In fact, we'll use our money to... Except we can't. Okay. I guess we can't enter the city. Oh, because they've invested it, right. But it has no walls. Alright, so let's see. Is there any mercenary cavalry we can utilize? Yes, there are. Desert Raiders and Camel Warriors. You know what? I'm going to stick with the Desert Raiders. They're expensive, but they're going to get the job done. Alright. Well, folks, let's see a battle.
For death and honor!
Control large army. Yes, I do believe I will. Maintain blockade. That is not my blockade. That must be a bug. Okay. Let's do it. So Theodosius's reign was focused on dealing with the Goths, who, after beating the Romans at Adrianople and killing Valens, were basically roaming freely throughout the Roman lands, pillaging and causing a lot of nuisance. So Theodosius fought the Goths until 382, where a treaty was finally signed with them. And this treaty basically said, okay, Goths, you can have land inside the Roman territory where you can settle, and we will not control you or govern you in any way. But as a result, you have to provide us troops to fight with. That was the deal that Theodosius struck, and that was the deal that the Goths accepted. Okay, open field battle. They have a huge advantage of range and cavalry. We have a huge advantage of infantry. Well, we'll see how it goes. First things first. Spearmen in the front. And we actually have a lot of Legio. So let's double them up on the sides. And actually, let's spread them out here in the middle so they can be a rapid response force to go where we need them. A unit of archers in the middle, in each middle. Okay. And then as far as our skirmishers, not sure what to do with them. Actually, let's put them on the flanks, because that's where the cavalry is going to go, and maybe they can get a few javelin shots at the cavalry. And our Palatinas, so they're not the Protectoris Domestici, I guess. In this case, they're just Palatinas. I wonder if I am required to upgrade this guy. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Okay, and our cavalry. Desert Raiders, will put you on either flank. And the Scout Equites in the back. Let's see what happens. I just want to check and see if they're going to move. Nope, they're waiting for us. Of course, why wouldn't they?
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Reinforcements. Oh, you mean these 14 Legios? Yeah. I'm just going to be nice and let them stay out of the battle. Alright. Let's move up slowly, cautiously. So, Theodosius was also a pretty religious guy, or at least he wanted to give off the impression that he was religious. And so, While he started fighting the Goths, he also issued an edict in 380 stating that Nicene Christianity, that is, the Christianity that was adopted at the Nicene Conference, the Council of Nicaea, was the official doctrine of Christianity and that everything else was heresy. So he basically ended all Roman governmental support for any other religious group and custom. And in 381, he began persecuting all non-Christians, and he would forbid them from practicing their religion in public. He disbanded the Vestal Virgins. He disbanded the Olympics. He did not necessarily support, but he also didn't punish the destruction and looting on pagan temples. So he, in essence, said that if you're not a Nicene Christian, you're going to have a very tough time living in the empire. All right. So the problem here is we can't move when we're in defensive testudo, and that's what's going to protect us from the archers. Now, we do have an increased cavalry presence, however. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up, engage melee with our melee, hopefully take down their cavalry with our whatever, and then actually want to move our cavalry in. And then we'll have our cavalry come out when necessary and chase down the ranged troops. That's the plan. Okay, here we go. Actually, let's put it back to regular speed. All right, they're moving forward. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. That was not the plan, guys. The plan was to stay in formation. What the hell? Okay, that sucks. So we're going to have to waste our time and reset our lines. You know what? Frankly, I just don't care. They're not moving anymore. We've stopped them. Or at least we will stop them. We'll play it by ear. Alright. That's just easier than redoing the whole formation. Okay, moving the spears up first. Our archers are starting to fire. Follow with the legios. Okay, and the skirmishers on the flanks. Alright, their spearmen are coming out to engage. We should be more than a match for them. You stay where you are. Okay, you two actually... Yeah. Okay, cavalry's rushing our spears. Let's introduce them to our legio as well. And our skirmishers. Let's see if we can break our legio through the middle here. And then attack from behind. That would be a... Come on. Uh-oh, but we have camels. We have camels. Okay. General, move up. Cavalry, flanks.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Okay, you guys over there. You guys move to the center quickly. Same as you. See if we actually can get their cavalry. Our legio here is in bad straits. I apologize for that. And they're
Our
withdrawing.
men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
There's their general. I want to target him, but... Okay. Alright. Legios. Target these guys. Cavalry's getting behind us here. That's okay. We have a solution to that. See if we can't get there. Oh, they're trying to engage us with their own cavalry. Nope, their cavalry's ready to flee. Okay. I don't know which way is forward, but we'll just go with it. Target those guys. Alright. We've scared off their cavalry. Let's go after their bowmen. General,
They're not done yet.
stay where you are. We don't want to get you involved in the battle just yet. Okay. Alright, everybody here is doing exceptionally well. Let's go get these guys. Meanwhile, you guys go up here. Spearmen. And you guys kind of back it up too. Excellent. Alright, Scout Equites. I need you to join up here.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Yeah, our cavalry, wherever they are, they're running away here, I think.
Yes, Commander. Understood.
Try to take out the general.
Glory be to God.
Where's my other group of ranged troops? Did they get involved in the combat somewhere? They must have. Alright. Up here, Legio. Up here. Oh, there they are. What are you guys doing way up here? Let's get these guys with the spears. Alright. From behind. And actually, you go after their general. Okay. Go after them.
The enemy general is dead.
Got him. We pretty much won this battle. It's over. We just have to have our cavalry scoop up.
The tide of battle turns
These
in our
desert
favor.
raiders are amazing troops. Holy moly.
Victory. This is your day.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to run them down. I don't want to screw around. Let's see. 30 of 120. That's big enough, I think. Get them. Haha! Run them down. Almost to the red line, but not quite. These are our scout equites, too. They're like our worst cavalry. Let's take a look at these desert guys, actually. Even though they're standing still. Oh, wow, they're covered in blood. They've had a busy day. Alright. We're not going to get to these guys before they make it out. You're there. 13. Not that bad. There's a lot over here, though. Let's take care of them. Speed cavalry. Gonna run through our men, though. Didn't slow them down much. And that should be the end of our enemies. Take those out. 24 of them. Yep. Alright, I think that's it. That's good. Alright, so a substantially better victory than our first one. We did lose 800 men, but we took out twice that many. And we basically crushed their large army, so now they have nothing in defense. And our allies, as we saw earlier, are coming to help us. Let's refresh our numbers. And there he is. Okay. So first things first, let's give this guy a little bit of melee defense. Yeah. And replenishment since he's way out in the middle of nowhere. That's fair, I think. We can give him... Well, okay. Since that's the only thing we can give him. And he has an Eastern Turncoat. Oh my gosh, this guy This guy right here, he is going to be our main guy against the Sassanids. Who are you? You're Anicius Probinus, and you're fertile and favored. You're good. All right, I like you. Let's give you... Can we give you a job? Probinus. There he is. You are master of foot. Absolutely. This guy is still our master of horse. He's our guy in Italy. We need another master of soldiers, actually. I don't want to give it to Eutropius. I don't really like Eutropius. Debutantes. I'd give it to Rufinus, except, again, he doesn't have a lot of stars, so it makes some people unhappy. Do any of you guys... Alright, so the only one who can have it is Debutantes, so you get it. Go for it. Alright. Last thing we're going to do is let's finish these guys off.
Kill the cowards!
Aggressive. Kick him in the jimmy, stab him in the neck, and it's done.
At once!
The glorious empire of Axum, long allies of Rome. Well, we've turned on them, and we're taking them over.
At your command.
Let's get closer to it. There's our buddies helping us out. Now that the siege has been lifted, we can repair. Although it looks like we need to convert, but we can't afford to do that. Well, we might as well repair. A Quanot network. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Romans don't like that. A Balne. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Sanitation. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're fixing that, aren't we? Thought we were. Oh, we cannot build. You must rebuild your city first. Okay, that makes sense. Let's just repair everything and we'll convert next turn. Alright. That's our army. Our priest is doing his thing. What can we do here? Disrupt the settlement. Might as well give it a try. Ooh, but it costs money. But we do have... Well, we don't want to encourage dissent. I mean, we're going to take the place over. If it didn't cost money, I'd do it just to gain skills from my guy, but I don't want to waste the money. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's the end of this episode. Next episode, we will continue our conquest of Axum and move around our other guys, especially in Italy. Once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.